Okay, hello there everybody. This is Lynn, the Kiwi American, here once again. Um, just setting up this video to sort of talk about my first impressions of the country, the life, what's been going through my head, so on and so forth. So, without further ado, let's begin. It's definitely been busy. Like, I went out to the shops, as you saw. I went out and made some friends at D&D today. There's another group that's starting on Monday and another one yet that's starting on Friday. So I will have 3 different sort of campaigns I'll be playing. And then I'll go to social events as they pop up, and eventually I'll find a place to do judo once I figure out exactly where I'm living. Hopefully I can start doing judo closer to home than not. And that'll keep me busy. Next weekend, we don't have D&D with this group, so then I'm going to take my car and I'm going to go check out Akaroa, which is like the mountain peninsula that's nearby. So when I'm not at work, I'll just try to keep myself as occupied as I can, really. Now, the whole time this has been, going on, I've had a lot of apprehension, I would say, because it is one thing to talk about moving somewhere and wanting to move that somewhere for your entire life. Obviously, it's very, very different once you're there. And there's nothing wrong with New Zealand at all. It's just, at the end of the day, I did leave behind my partner of almost a year, and that's honestly one of the longest relationships I've ever had, but also probably the healthiest relationship I ever had. So that's been really hard. I've talked to her a couple of times on the phone since I got here, just briefly, and then for a decent hour yesterday, and there's been a lot of tears. When I was in Dallas, when I was on the plane to Dallas, I cried in the bathroom and on the plane. I then started crying in the airport at Dallas to go to Sydney. I cried in the airport at Sydney. I just cried this morning. I've cried more in the past week than I have in the past 4 years. Which I guess it really takes moving 13,000 miles away from home to get that reaction out of you sometimes, but it's true. I mean, you just gotta, don't know if you can see that, but the shirt says stay positive, and I'm definitely trying. Winter is coming. It's not going to be an easy transition. It's not going to be an easy start. But this entire week, I have at least one house viewing every single day of the week. So that will keep me busy. That'll keep me trimmed and burning. That'll give me the availability to explore where I'm going to live. And I know once I have a place that I can permanently call home, that's definitely going to put my mind at ease a lot. Because obviously part of the apprehension is I'm only here in this room until April 8th. And then it's time to hit the dusty trail again and go wherever the wind may blow next. And I don't know where that is yet. The healthcare system is very different down here, so I'm hoping that it is a good change, a positive change, that I'm getting myself into. And I hope that it ends up becoming that which I want it to be. I'm specifically choosing to take a step away from relationships and mingling and romantic senses right now because of trying to establish my own life and figure out what my life looks like. And I just don't really know what that looks like just yet. because I don't know where I'm going to be permanently staying. So I'm just getting, survival ingredients for right now at the stores. I'm just doing what it takes to survive until I get a permanent place to stay. That kind of stuff as well. I would say that I definitely got homesick this morning. Like, I had a dream where I was back in the States and I was hanging out with my buddies, and it was tough, to wake up and then not be there. I had a dream where I was back in Texas with Joey kicking it for a couple more days, and that was nice. So that doesn't necessarily make it easier, I would say. And I've had good dreams where I've been touring around New Zealand, and then, I had those dreams for the past month or two, so obviously they're not new dreams. And now I'm here. And it's crazy to think that I am here. But with all the emotions going through my head about this move across the globe, I've come to realize that, I will give it a year, and I'll work at this job for a year. And right around March of next year, I will sort of check in with myself and, see what my thoughts are and see what my reservations are. It is scary at times to think that this could be it. I mean, this is it. This is where I wanted to spend the rest of my life. But of course, once you finally get somewhere like that, there's always that apprehension. And I've never been to New Zealand before moving here. So everything is basically a working holiday for the next year of my life. And if all else fails, the visa is a 2-year term. So if at the end of the year I want to keep going, then I'll do that. If at the end of 2 years I don't want to, and I do want to go back to America, then I will. I've realized, even in the past week, that the company that you keep is what's most important in life. Having quality friendships, having quality relationships, that's what's important in life. And even more so than how much certain aspects of your country irritate you, or wherever you're living irritates you. Humans are social creatures, and it really does come down to that. At the end of the day, the people that you surround yourself with, that you occupy your time with, that's what's more important than anything else at the end of the day. And I've definitely been learning that so far. So, yeah, my initial thoughts of New Zealand is it is beautiful here. It is breathtakingly beautiful. I need to just relax and settle for a couple of days, weeks even, and see how things go, and just live life and live as though I were a local, I guess, as well. And just try to integrate as much as I can, really. Which isn't easy, but needs to be done, and it can be done, and it will be done. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to say on video. This is day number 3, full day number 3 of being in New Zealand. So, it's to be expected that there's growing pains. It's to be expected that I don't feel settled at all yet. And it's to be expected that I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Because I don't, because everything is new. I can't really get into a groove yet because I don't know what that groove exactly looks like, per se. But I know in due time, I will. It'll come. It'll happen. And I just have to be patient with myself. So, Once again, reason for making my thoughts about my fears and tears and apprehensions known is because I imagine if you're watching this thinking you want to move far away from home as well, this could be something that goes through your head. Obviously I had never thought that I would get to New Zealand and then be wrought with all of this doubt. But also because it always seemed so far away, for my entire life. It always seemed so far away, like it wasn't ever going to be real. But that's not the case now, is it? Because here we are, in Christchurch, New Zealand. And reality hasn't really set in yet that, at least for the next year or two, this is home, if not longer. So, time will tell all things in due time. And yeah, that's all I've got for now. I will catch you guys in the next video, debriefing about my first day of work, probably. So, I'll see you on the next adventure.